Welcome to the world of Some Edibles, where there's a variety of CBD and THC delights. Whether it's cookies, brownies, or rice cereal bars, Some Edibles has what you're looking for. Milligrams of CBD and THC on the label will help you discover your magical number. Not too little and not too much, just right. Order at someedibles.com and use coupon code DRUNKEN for 10% off your order. That's coupon code DRUNKEN for 10% off your order at someedibles.com. Hey everybody, welcome to Drunken Housewife Reviews. I'm Sarah, the Drunken Housewife, and today I do not have host husband Ian keeping me on track. He's behind the camera because we're our first ever on location interview with the amazing Danielle Hoffman, owner of the Echo Room here in Lebanon. And we're going to be talking to her a little bit about the Echo Room and a whole lot about the bullshit she's been going through lately. So first off, how long have you owned the Echo Room?
I've owned it just over a year. I bought it last September.
And it has been a year, I'm sure, for you. Do you have an ulcer like this big by now?
Probably. I feel like it. Yeah, I don't eat.
I can only
I don't
imagine.
sleep.
Because, the Echo Room, you can see this awesome mural behind us. There's several of these murals throughout. I love everything you've done with this place. And it's such a open and inviting space.
Yeah, I'm really good at creating open, inviting, welcoming places. And the artwork is actually done by a local artist.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. So in that welcoming thing, you're doing live entertainment on the weekends. You have all sorts of singers. You've had stand-up comedy, which my wonderful husband was the MC for one comedy event here. But lately, one of your live entertainment choices has caused a bit of controversy here in Lebanon with the Misfits drag show, which I've been to 2 shows and they are just absolutely freaking amazing. But there's a group in town, and I don't want to mention them because they've gotten way too much press in my opinion. But they're just spewing hate at you over the drag show.
They're a little obsessed.
Obsessed. Was it like a slow build, or did you just wake up one morning and you're like, what the fuck? What is going on?
It was a slightly slow build. Everything was fine. So we've been hosting these drag shows for 1 year now as of this last one.
Yeah.
They were going great, sold out all the time. And then I'd say about 3 or 4 months ago, I started seeing this person every time we posted anything, even about my other businesses. Immediately, do you know that person also owns Echo Room that's doing drag shows? And it started getting very negative. And then I'd say, in the last month, it just went insane. Like he's creating almost like riot type. I'm not worried about him, I'm worried about the people he's enticing.
Exactly.
It's over the top.
Yeah, because as we saw with what happened January 6th in DC, it takes one person to spark that powder keg. And
that's what I've gone to the police multiple times. I'm actually sending them all the screenshots and stuff. I told them specifically, I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about him enticing another group of people from somewhere else or here. What if I come here and there's spray paint on my building? Or what if I come here or anywhere and people start screaming at me for whatever, this is dumb.
Or one of your other 2 businesses.
Exactly.
Because you own 2 other businesses here in town.
Yeah.
And they're calling people to boycott those other, they're trying to destroy you.
Yeah, they're writing letters to the mayor and to other city officials trying to get us shut down. But we're not actually doing anything wrong. I've actually talked to the mayor, sat down with the mayor, sat down with other city officials, and they absolutely support everything I'm doing because they know I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
And they're here for it. They understand that everyone is different and it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And what cracks me up is when I repost the drag show post, it's obvious you've never been to a drag show. You're taking information that somebody else has fed you and spitting the vitriol because there's no nudity.
None at all.
I don't think they realize what it takes for a drag performer to tuck everything up.
Well, that and like they had mentioned something about seeing some butt. Like, okay, you go to any nightclub or any bar on a Friday night, you're gonna see some little butt on some girl wearing too short of a dress. But what's really funny is they don't seem to understand that butt isn't theirs. They're wearing a full bodysuit. Us women, when we get jealous when we see those drag queens because their bodies are fucking perfect.
Yes.
It's a bodysuit. They are men.
Yeah.
They don't have boobs. They don't have an ass like that. I'm sorry. Nobody does.
Because there's one entertainer that I'm like, if I had that ass, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the back of my head, I'm like, it's all padding, it's all tape, it's all to create the chest.
It's a costume at the end of the day. Yes.
Yeah.
The makeup is like amazing. So everything they're doing, like, so they actually make their own outfits and everything. The makeup, like, it's a skill. Like, I'm not wearing makeup for a reason because I can't do it. I've actually asked them before, like, will you do my makeup? And they're like, no. No. I'm like, come on, please.
I know. I have friends that are drag queens, and I'm constantly like, just give me a makeover. And they're like, then you'll look like a drag queen. I can't.
Right. Can't do pretty makeup. It's just very big, bold.
But what gets me is if you go to a beach, you're going to see way more on an actual female.
Absolutely.
You're going to see way more on an actual male, because I'm sorry, some of those guys do not need to be wearing those Speedos.
Right.
But Vegas shows.
Absolutely. There's nothing happening, like there's no stripping, they're dancing and lip syncing to songs. Sometimes they actually sing songs because they're that talented.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show, it's a music show. It's everyone's laughing and singing and having a good time. There's nothing wrong happening at all.
Yeah, like I said, it's a true art form. And I can testify, I got carded coming through the door. So
oh yeah, we were checking
this face.
We check everybody's IDs. There are no minors here. There are no minors at any of my bars. It's 21 plus. Like, that's how that works.
Yeah, and so I know that you did the Mother's Day brunch, but that was at another bar,
right? Where
you have to be 21 to get in there.
Exactly.
You know, so it's not like you have toddlers running around here with naked men running around.
Nope.
That's not happening.
No,
at all.
And that's what seems to be their biggest worry is that because I brought drag to town, that we're gonna put it in front of kids, or that somehow eventually it's going to turn into something where it's in front of kids. This is all I'm doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with this. We are 21 plus. If you're worried about that, that's on you to make. If you don't want your kids to see something like that, don't go to an event where there's drag queens and it's for anybody and everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's your choice.
Exactly. If you don't want to see a drag show,
don't go.
Don't go. I personally, I can think of 100 different forms of entertainment I don't want to see.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to protest.
And you're not offended by it.
Yeah. It's like, if that's your thing, great, wonderful. Go for it. But not my thing.
I don't have to go.
I know that this online group, and this still cracks me up to this day, planned this whole, we're going to protest the Halloween show, we're going to show up in force, and it was crickets.
Not one person showed up. They were talking about coming here, getting in, and sitting in the seats and not buying drinks, so that we wouldn't make any money, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna pay the cover at the door, which that money goes directly to the drag queens.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sit here and watch a drag show that you don't support.
Yeah. So
it didn't make any sense.
It did not make any sense. But I know there was a line like down the street, around the block, people wanting to be here.
It was so awesome.
Wanting to support. It was just, and this whole room was just filled with like so much love and joy and fun.
No judgment.
No judgment.
I've always said that at all the bars that I've owned. This is a judgment-free zone. I know I'm stealing that, I think, from Planet Fitness, but like,
it's a great line.
It's a great line. Like, we are a judgment-free zone. We've always supported everyone. Even when I took over the first bar, my husband and I like fixed everything up, and very quickly, because we moved here, I moved here in 2017, we took over that bar in 2019, and within a couple months, there was a very African man, like straight from Kenya, African man, that messaged us on Facebook and asked if he was allowed to come to the bar. And it blew our minds, because he said he wasn't welcome at other places. So we made sure we posted, and we let everyone know, and we've always done this at every place I've ever owned. We don't care what you look like or who you have sex with. it doesn't offend us, come have a drink. Everyone is welcome all the time. We've actually kicked out people for saying racial slurs at the other bar. Like, you're banned. You're not allowed to come here. Like, that's not what this is about.
It's like love zone here.
Right. Like, and I just don't understand the people that go to bars and want to fight or get angry or anything like that. You go to a bar to drink and meet new people and have a good time. That's all it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like hang out with your friends, play some pool, watch some entertainment.
Yeah.
Have fun. And it's like my favorite quote, Patton Oswalt, when his wife died, he found just little snippets of paper that she wrote stuff on. And one piece of paper he found, and it's something that just sticks with me, that it's like, it's perfect for this world. She just wrote, "It's all chaos, just be kind." And I
love that.
That is just like, that's my new mantra. It's like that, yes, we just need to be kind to each other.
Yeah.
We're too much us versus them. We need to be more we. And I don't think that the people spewing this hate realize that people that they love are affected by it.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think you can swing a stick without some family that either has a member that's still closeted, or they have dear friends.
I feel bad for,
or some, they work with somebody that they absolutely get along with that's LGBTQ.
I was, we did a Summerfest event or something on the square where we were serving alcohol and stuff, and around the Bud Light, all that Bud Light drama that happened.
Yes.
And a customer had come up and said something, they ordered something, and I was confused, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said Bud Light." And he said like the most awful thing about something I'm not drinking that tranny beer or something, and it made me so mad. I didn't say anything, but I really wanted to be like, how do you know I'm not? How do you know I'm not gay? Like that is so awful. Like, who spews things like that to somebody you don't even know? Yeah. That can be so hurtful. That can ruin someone's day. Like, people kill themselves every fucking day for the shitty things that people say and make them feel. Like, it's awful.
Exactly.
It's just not okay. Like, who is your parents and how they taught you to be like this? And that's what worries me about the people that are hating on us right now. Those people have kids.
Yeah.
Those kids are going to turn out just like them because of this. And that is awful. You are teaching your kids awful things. You're teaching your kids hate.
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, hate is a really strong word. You don't hate anything. You don't hate anybody. You might dislike it. We can talk it out. But hate is an awful word. Like,
yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah, it's just because in the LGBTQ community, teenagers are the highest suicide rate. And that, with all the hate going on, it's just, those numbers are just going up. And it's like,
it's extremely sad.
We need to stop. We need to stop. And all these lies about, they're giving 3-year-olds hormone treatments and letting them be treated. It's like, no, they're letting a boy wear a dress if he wants to wear a dress. Whatever.
Who cares? It's clothing. Let him figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe later you'll be like, no, that was weird.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, he may be a teenager going, why did you let me dress up like Cinderella? And it's like,
girls dress like tomboys all the time, like for years and years and years and years. Not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. It was scandalous 100 years ago for a woman to wear a pair of pants.
Yes.
And my theory, it's like, Some Like It Hot, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon dressed as women. Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire, dressed as a woman.
Oh yeah.
Tu Wong Fu. You got Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo dressed as women. And I am betting $5
they've all seen those
movies.
Absolutely.
And
let their kids watch them. It's they're great. It's just comedy. It's entertainment. Like, entertainment should never be something that people hate for any reason. These are regular, so our drag queens are regular people. Like, one of them is born and raised here, and that was something that meant so much to me when I was able to bring drag to town. Like, I promise you, he never in a million years thought that he was going to be able to do drag in his hometown.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's got to mean something to him. And he was the first one that said, I mean, I don't need to do this. If this is what we have to worry about, if I have to worry about my safety, he has real jobs. Like, these are real people with other things they do. This is just something fun they do.
Yeah,
it's not
like, their Friday or Saturday night part-time job.
Right. Like when the bands have real jobs and then they go out Friday and Saturday night. and they play in the band. Like,
exactly. It's no different. And it just, like I said, it takes so much energy, I feel, to hate.
It does.
And
to hate that much, it's got to be ruining your whole day. You just got to be an angry person all the time.
And it's just like, how can you put that much hate into the world and not just exhaust yourself? Not just, I mean, like I said, they've got to have ulcers, like the size
absolutely.
of Kansas from all the hate that they're spewing. And I'm just like, I have friends I don't agree with politically, but we just don't talk about it. We're
That's
like,
okay. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own opinion.
It's like, I know we disagree on this one subject. So
we agree to disagree.
Yeah, it's like that's one part of our lives.
Yeah.
And my friends, they couldn't come to the Halloween one, but we've been to another one, and the first one we came to, a friend of mine and I, we turned to each other, we're like, birthday. The drag show, our birthday. If we can do it, we're doing it. And we told our friends, like, this is all we want. This is all we want. Bring us to the drag show for our birthday, because our birthdays are like 2 weeks apart.
Oh.
And so
have a big party.
Yeah, and so we're like, this is it. This is where we want to go for our birthday. And I was like, that's to me what it's all about. It's like
fun.
Friends getting together.
Yeah.
Friends having fun. We have been trying to do a drag show, but nobody wanted to drive to Indianapolis.
Right.
With drinking.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to go to a bar, you're going to want to have a beverage or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm trying to think, what was the beverage that I fell in love with? Shockwave? Or something like that?
Are you talking about that cinnamon, that really old?
No.
Oh, no, that was Aftershock.
Aftershock.
I've only seen one bottle.
I knew the shock was in it. Yeah.
Is that?
I don't know. It was a mixed drink that I don't know. I was like, oh, that sounds good, and I got like 4 of them. And I should have only had 3, but
that's one of the things I'm trying to do with the Echo Room is bring entertainment here, so we don't have to go to Broad Ripple in Indianapolis. Like, this town is growing massively. This is what's going to happen, whether I do it or someone else.
Exactly.
It just makes sense. Like, let's party here. Let's bring people from out of town. Let's get them here, because the more money spent in town, the better for everyone.
Exactly.
And some people don't seem to understand that, and I don't know why.
Yeah, and it's like, I know so many people that, they've never been to a drag show. They want to go to a drag show, but the thought of having to drive all the way to Indianapolis, and then it's like, well, we can't drink and have a good time in the bar because somebody's going to have to be the designated driver.
And that's not as much fun. Yeah.
And we've got taxi services here,
Absolutely.
or Uber or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's here in town, and they know that they can get a ride home.
Yes.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And that I think, like you said, it makes it so much better. The money stays here. It stays here in Boone County.
Yep. And that's what I try to do with everything that I'm doing. I'm always trying to support the community and make the businesses better for the community. And I just feel like everyone is so focused on this hate that nobody's pointing out the facts. And this is not me, like, but this bar, the Saturday that we opened, I called the cops 5 times. This is my 3rd bar that I've owned. I have never once in my life, in this, 15 years I've been running bars, had to call the cops that many times. I called the cops that many times because there were people on drugs, like hardcore drugs coming in here, because that's what it used to be. And I wasn't serving them, and they were causing chaos. So nobody's pointing out the fact that I cleaned up this bar. That doesn't happen anymore. There's rarely a fight here.
Yeah.
Same thing with that sports bar. When I got there, nobody was really going in there. There were fights all the time. The cops were told they were not allowed to go there and eat or drink. Just things like that. And those were my goals, was to fix all that. And we did.
Yeah.
There are no more fights over there anymore. The cops come in for lunch all the time.
Yeah.
So nobody points out the good things that I've been doing, or the fact that Pizza King is donating money to a charity every single month since we've opened.
Exactly, because right now you just did Shop with a Cop.
Yeah, and we had Ty, one of the local Lebanon cops, come in and make pizzas, and he was so serious. Like, I thought it was gonna be so much fun, and he was gonna fuck some shit up, and he didn't. He was so careful. He didn't want. He had a really good. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Perfectly placed.
Yeah. He was so nervous when he walked in. Yeah, he was so nervous. I'm like, it's not that bad, Ty. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, even an ugly pizza is a good pizza.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. But he did a really great job, and we still have, I think, a couple days left for that one, and then next month we're actually gonna be raising money for the Special Olympics. So,
yay, because
yeah.
our daughter is a Special Olympics bowler, so
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I just want to give back. Like, so I feel like if you have the means or the place or the venue to give back, do it.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
So here at Echo Room, the day before Thanksgiving, that's Blackout Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah.
We're actually working with the Salvation Army, and they're coming out, and we're not charging a cover. We're just asking for donations at the door for the Salvation Army.
That's
So,
fair. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, I'm so excited about the December fundraiser for Special Olympics because our daughter's been a bowler for going on 10 years. I think. I'm trying to think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a while. And
Is she pretty good? She gets some strikes.
Oh yeah, she's a gold medal winner.
Oh wow.
We're the coaches for the bowling teams.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a blast. Somehow we got roped in. I know nothing about bowling.
I'm
And I don't
awful.
know.
If I get 100, I'm excited.
I know right now, after all these years, I know 3 strikes in a row is a turkey. That's
Yes.
it. That's all I know.
I do know that too. Yeah, I've never gotten one.
And a perfect game is all strikes. That's all.
Which
I
is
know.
like 300. Is that 300?
300.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we did have a bowler in Crawfordsville
That did it.
a couple of weeks ago bowled a perfect game.
That's amazing.
So-
That's so much. I can't imagine doing that. That's so stressful. Like at each one, you're like, okay, I got to do it. I got to do it
Yeah.
again. I got to do it again. Like
And he just knocked it. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, the county coordinator, she was like, no pressure to our best bowlers, but
but
this just happened. And I'm always teasing because we have guys that seriously we could throw them in with a regular league and they would do great. They would do great. And so I went down. It's like, okay, guys, no pressure, but and I told them that, and they're all like, really, seriously,
Thanks for the pressure.
And one was like, shit, there's no way, and I'm like, it happened. So now you have a goal.
You always have to have a goal.
Yeah, you always have to have a goal. It's like I said, I've been keeping up with all of this, and I knew I had to talk to you about it because it was blowing my mind. I'm like, these guys in dresses and heels,
Yeah. It's really not.
it's ridiculous. It's an art form. It's no different than, like I said, going to a Vegas show or going to a cabaret or theater even, because
Yes.
back in
Absolutely.
Shakespeare's day, women were not allowed on the stage. So it was
they-
all men in dresses.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
didn't that fool you, Shakespeare?
I just saw a picture online. The Foo Fighters. I don't know what it was for, but they dressed up. Maybe it was
One of their
SNL.
videos.
No,
Yeah.
or SNL or something. They dressed up as the Wizard of Oz, and the lead singer, I can't remember his
Dave
name.
Grohl.
Yeah, he dressed up as what's her name?
Dorothy?
Dorothy. Yes, I
Yeah.
was thinking Wendy. Dorothy. Yeah. So do you hate the Foo Fighters now because he dressed up like a woman?
Yeah. Well, Pedro Pascal just played Hispanic mom on SNL. Wig, dress, the whole
Hairspray.
Yeah. Hairspray.
John Love that movie.
Yeah, John
So you hate
Travolta.
John Travolta too? Like, come on.
I know. It's like I said, it's just insane. You know that they've watched all those movies.
100%.
And their kids have watched all those movies. And that's fine.
But this isn't okay.
Well, and one thing I seriously, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, it's okay for like Robin Williams to wear a dress because he's not gay. It's okay
Right.
for Patrick Swayze and John Leguizamo and Wesley Snipes because they're not gay.
And I just don't understand why.
And it's
Why
like-
does it affect anyone's life
Yeah.
that someone else is having sex with a certain person? Who cares?
As long
You're
as
not
everybody's-
watching it. You're not. They're not shoving it in your face. They're not having sex with you. Why does it matter? It does
Exactly.
not affect your life. It should not affect your life.
Exactly.
I don't.
My
I don't
theory is, as
understand.
long as everybody's a consenting adult, I don't care.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever you do,
Whatever
your
makes you
bedroom,
happy.
Yeah, is your business. I don't care. But yeah, here we are, 2023.
Yeah. I just feel like everyone needs something. Like not some people need something to hate or something. Like, because if it's not about the drag shows, then it's going to be we hate the Jews
Yeah.
or this or that or like get out of here. Like
the
there's
guy
always
from Kenya.
something.
Yeah, the guy from Kenya who that wigs me out because it's like, why?
Well,
Because his skin's darker than
Yes.
yours?
When I moved here in 2017, I was really surprised because I'm from South Bend and so is my husband. And when I moved here, and I didn't, everybody was white. Everybody was white. And I was like, this is weird. And so I think people grew up with not a lot of diversity here, and people need to be prepared. Like in the next couple of years, it's going to be diverse, and it already has grown so much, and it's amazing. We learn from other people. Like you can't all be the same.
Exactly. It's like if everybody was the same, life would be boring.
Yeah.
Life would be so just beige.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. I know, beige. And yeah, because I mean, you've got the Lily project coming in, you've got all the warehouses coming in, you've got, all of these businesses building here.
The sports complex.
Yeah, the sports complex. We're going to see a lot of different faces coming in.
Mm-hmm. And they're building all those houses.
Yeah, and it's like, a lot of different faces, a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of different.
And that's good.
Religions, lifestyles.
Yeah.
What learn from them.
Absolutely.
You never stop learning.
Yep.
Because if you stop learning, you stop living.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not dead, but you've stopped living. I mean, it's insane. It is just absolutely insane. So yeah, you have the dragon, the only one there.
No,
you've got singers, you've got comedians, you've got
DJs.
Yep. You've got everything. There's 3 gorgeous pool tables over there, ready for
Maybe
action.
a pool tournament.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Drag pool tournament. There we go.
Oh, I'm thinking drag karaoke though. Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
That would be
fun.
fun.
I actually have a meeting later today trying to maybe figure that out.
That would be fun because our daughter loves karaoke, but we have to call like Frankfurt.
Yep, for like
to
a
do
family
it.
karaoke
For a
kind of
family
thing.
karaoke
Yep.
thing. She's 21. Well, no, she's 24. What am I thinking?
Oh.
She'll be 25 in February. So
So why do you go all the way to Frankfurt?
my brother lives in Frankfurt.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a VFW in there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, but and she doesn't have to get into the bar because they just now eliminated smoking in their bar.
Oh, okay, nice.
So yeah, you didn't have to go to the smoky bar to do that. But yeah, I mean karaoke here in town would be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and we've done it before and it was just kind of a flop, but I think having the right host helps.
Yes.
Exciting, fun.
Yeah.
And a drag queen, absolutely.
Oh,
I've already been asking the guys, I'm like, so can any of you sing like well enough to like host karaoke? And they're like, well, no, but it'd be funny. I'm like, okay, that works too. Funny's good too.
That's one thing I've noticed with karaoke's that I've been to. It's like nobody up there is a Broadway singer. Nobody up there, occasionally you get the ringer where you're like, damn.
Are you in a band? Can I hire you?
I know, like, girl, do you sing? For real? Because you always have that ringer, but 9 times out of 10, it's just.
Yeah, it's karaoke. You get the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
right?
it's just a guy up there that can kind of hold a tune.
Yeah.
Kind of follow the rhythm, but he's having the best time of his life.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's what the bar scene is for, just having fun.
Exactly. It's like just go and have fun.
Yeah.
Go and I personally have more fun when everybody's having fun than when people are.
Exactly. Like that's you go to the bar to meet new people and have fun, and like it's all about the atmosphere.
Yeah, I meet more people in the line for the bathroom, I think, at a bar than anything. It cracked me up because both the women's and the unisex bathrooms were full, and men were coming in and out of the men's room. And finally, this woman turned to me and she's like, "Cover me." I'm like, "I got you."
Yeah.
I got you. And she goes in, and then she comes out. She's like, "Okay, you go."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Okay." And then the next time I went, this guy comes out and he's like, "Go ahead, I got you." I'm like, "Okay." And he stood out there, and I heard him a couple of times go, "Now hang on, there's a woman in there." And they're all like, "Okay." And I'm like, "See, this is what it's about: community.
Yeah, just
have each other's backs.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
if it's just for the bathroom.
Right.
It's
It's
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every bar you're gonna have a line for the bathroom, and you've got a guy backing you up, going, "It's okay."
It's all right. Go ahead. I can wait another minute.
Yeah.
There's 5 women in line. Like,
Yeah, we're all like doing the dance.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "No, go
Then you
ahead."
gotta check yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Takes
Like,
too long, and
In a bar, ladies, in a bar, pee, wash your hands, get out.
yeah.
You don't need to check your makeup. Don't need to check your hair. Pee, wash your hands, get out. Wash your hands.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you created such an environment here that, because I know for the longest time, nobody wanted to come into this bar.
Not at all.
Because it had so many bad associations.
Yeah, every day, whether I'm at that sports bar or at Walmart or wherever, somebody's always coming up to me and talking about, oh yeah, I've lived here my whole life and I've never been in that bar.
Yeah.
Because for like 20, 30 years it was drugs and just fighting and awful things going on here. Like, you didn't want to associate with this place. So not only am I working against that stigma, but now I'm working against people actively trying to get everyone to boycott me. I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Why do you hate me? Like,
I know, there's nothing.
And they're
illegal
actually
going on.
like it's not just the, like, they're not just focusing on the drag. They're specifically focusing on me. Like, they keep using my pictures and
they're encouraging
all of
people
my
to come up to
businesses.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like at Walmart or wherever.
Or wherever I'm at. Yeah, just come up to me and let me know
start
how they
yelling
feel.
at you.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I mean, you gotta feel like there's just like this target on your forehead.
Oh, I do. Every time I go to the store, I'm like,
You're like
okay.
baseball cap,
Yeah,
sunglasses, you know.
Yep.
Can I go? How?
Don't look at
you know?
anybody in the eye. Just go. Get what I need and get out.
Yeah, exactly. And that, like, I mean,
That's not okay.
it's not. It's not. You're just running. You've cleaned this place up. You're putting out something positive, and they're hating you for it.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, I grew up here, and back in the day, it's like you don't go to that bar.
Yeah.
Only the regulars go to that bar. You know, you don't. But then it kind of slowly became like this rite of passage of you turn 21 and you run in here and you drink a beer.
And then you get out.
You've been in.
Yeah.
And then you
Then
run
you can
out.
see what it is, and then you get out of
And
there.
then, you know, because I think I had been in this bar once. And I'm 56, so I was born here.
Yeah.
Once.
I think when I first moved to town, I was looking for a job, and my husband took me around all the bars, and we came in here, and there was no one in here. It was really dark and dingy. We played a game of pool, and when we walked out, I was like, I don't want to work there.
Yeah.
And then I was here one other time. I came in for a drink. I don't remember why. I think somebody was like, oh yeah, come. I was like, okay. I'm not an easily scared person. I have thick skin. I've been running bars since I was 21. I can deal with a grown-ass man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, coming at me with whatever they got to spew. And I came in here and I sat down and I got a drink and I, like, looked around and I held onto my purse. Like, I was nervous. Like, just the vibe and the energy in here and the people, like, I didn't come back.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, now, like I said, we're planning our birthday to come back.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
people are like, oh, they've got this going on at the Echo. I've heard about this band or this singer or
Yes.
this, thing. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what it's all about. That's what a bar should be doing is you're offering a variety of stuff
Trying to get
variety
people
of
to come in.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
It's not just the same set of 20 people. We want, like, and that was the thing with this last attraction. We saw so many new faces. It was awesome. There were people coming from all different towns and from Lebanon, obviously, but it was really cool to see, like, the new faces and the old faces. It was just very like warming. Like, it made me feel really good.
Because I know there was one group that the really tall guys.
Yes. I can't remember the name of their group.
Yeah, glitter in the beard. Which I
still have glitter in my hair. He threw glitter on my head for something. I don't remember what he was saying, but yeah.
They looked fabulous. One of them with
Had
the boots and all, he had to be like 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah, did you see the like the butterfly wing light up thing that they had on? Oh my god, it was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they were here specifically
to support.
And there were so many, groups or even individuals like that. Because like none of my friends could come, but I came.
Yeah.
And just specifically because it's like I want to support this because there's been so much happening and you needed it.
Yep. And I tried to turn this whole thing into a positive. We had the Free Mom Hugs, I think.
Yes.
Free Mom Hugs Indiana. They came out just to make sure if there were protests. They were here to support, and we made shirts. So it was, the first thing that really like ticked me off and made me nervous was the flyer that they put out with mine and my husband's face saying, "Hey, reach out if you see them."
It was like wanted.
Yes, it was a wanted poster.
Yeah.
So our silent "fuck you" was making shirts out of it, and we sold a bunch of them, and we gave the money to Free Mom Hugs Indiana.
Yeah. And it's like, I seriously wonder if they realize how much free publicity they've given you.
Oh yeah.
Because you've been on the news, you've been in the paper, you're here on our itty bitty little 12 people podcast. But I mean, there's a saying, there is no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're giving you all of this.
All of it. And they kept saying, like, this guy kept saying that I was shoving drag in everyone's faces. And I actually said, I don't comment very often, when he says things on social media, but I had said at one point, I'm like, I can't remember the last time I posted about drag, but every time I post about anything for That Sports Bar, Pizza King, or Echo Room, you're shoving drag in people's faces.
Exactly. You're the one bringing it up.
Yeah. You could just drop it and it would just kind of go away.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're parading around down the square in drag, you know.
Not at all. Just
they're
in here.
They're in here.
Yeah.
You have to be 21 to get in here.
The windows are tinted. You can't even look in and see, and it's all the way in the back of the room. Like.
Exactly. And it's just, you know, like it just wigs me out, because if you read their little bullet points of all this happens at a drag show, I'm like, what drag show have you been to? Because
Exactly.
I've been to several. You know, the last one I went to before the one we came to previously, I was like pregnant with my daughter.
Ooh. Hugely
Pregnant. And the only thing I remember that even made me slightly uncomfortable was being pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah.
With this big huge belly, and it was a Halloween party, and I went as a pregnant nun.
Perfect.
You know, and they were like, "Come on up and you'll win the
that's
costume
offensive.
contest." And I'm like, "I can't get out of this chair. I love you for the support, but I can't." Get out of this
I'm
chair.
here. I'm here to support in general, but I'm not getting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things that I really liked. So a lot of the young, like very farmer boy got like the farmers and the young kids. They're very like, we fix cars. They're very manly men. You know, a lot of them that are regulars that go to That Sports Bar, they had told me just randomly throughout, like, oh yeah, no, we're not gonna go to a drag show. I'm like, that's okay. And they were cool, that it was totally fine. And then eventually, as the months went on, they randomly would show up as the drag show was ending here. And they're like, And then they started kind of coming a little earlier and earlier to the drag shows. And some of them have come up to me and been like, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, I told you it's not scary. Just go to a drag show and check it out. It is not scary.
Yeah.
And I love that's something now that I've kind of changed their lives. It changed the way that they think, so that in the future, when something like that's going on, they're going to be, oh my, you know, like,
they're gonna be like, oh,
these things change the way people think. If you just go and learn and check it out, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
You know, it's like show
They
up.
have taken pictures with the drag queens.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like show up, play
fun.
some pool, and just kind of.
And that's exactly what they do. They're not like in it.
Yeah.
They're playing pool, but
They're
walking around. They don't care. It's fine.
I mean, I know I've seen, you know, what I kind of call the typical John Deere.
Yeah,
farmer
right,
doing,
exactly.
having a great time, just watching the entertainers and, you know, having a great time, and it's like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment.
It's just entertainment.
It's just
It's
entertainment.
nothing scary. There's nothing scary happening.
Yeah.
The scary things that are happening are what these people are spewing
doing.
all this hate. Like, that's scary because you're teaching other people to be that hateful.
Exactly.
And you're just enticing more hate.
Yeah, and it's just, like I said, it just irritated me to no end when that wanted poster came out. And I'm like, seriously, harassing a business owner that's not doing anything illegal,
Yeah.
that's bringing entertainment to our area, that's bringing money in to
Right.
the area.
That other bar,
Mhm.
so now that it's been here for 5 years, I doubled the sales the first month we were there. We bring in over $1 million every year. Like, that's tax money that's going to this town. Like,
Yeah.
everything that I do, like anything that I print goes to Minute Printed, that's local. Like, everything I do is local. All of the money is staying here. Like, I don't understand why people can hate anything like that. Like,
It's like,
that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to
support
local artists, local bands, local drag queens, local karaoke, like,
Yeah.
all the money's staying in town. So we're not doing anything wrong. All we're trying to do is support everyone except for the haters, I guess. Like, and even then, we're still supporting them. Like,
Yeah, it's, well, I mean, the tax dollars that
Yeah.
you're paying out are supporting things that they need.
absolutely.
And it's like, you know, like you said, bringing in,
I have 40 employees, jobs.
Jobs.
Those are jobs.
And I don't think they're looking at this. Like, what do
big
they think is
picture.
going to happen? 3 businesses would go out if you left.
Yes.
So that's how many jobs, how many in tax dollars,
Oh,
how
yeah.
many in, you know, all of this that would be lost.
They don't care.
They don't care.
All they care about is that drag.
Yeah. And that's one thing you do.
Yeah.
It's one in 3 businesses that you own. It's one thing, one day a month that you do.
Yeah, it's once a month. That's the thing. It's not like it's drag all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you have so many other things going on. It's like, can we look at all this other stuff? You know, it's like I don't want to be like here with the scroll going, let's look at all the wonderful things Danielle has.
No, and that's
you know, but at the same time, that's what it's all about. You're bringing in, you know, forget the positivity and all that for a minute. You're bringing in bucks to Lebanon that go towards, you know, road repair. First, you know, the fire department, the police department, you know, things that our taxes pay for is stuff your taxes are paying for.
Exactly.
So let's look at this big picture. You know, 3 businesses paying into all of that, and the drag show is one thing, one day a month at one of those businesses. Let it go.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, take a page from Elsa and let it go. Because they're not going to win. I mean,
they're never going to win. At the end of the day, when you think about it, it's a small group of people. I'm just worried that if they just keep staying on this, it's just going to turn into a bigger group. But at the end of the day, like I haven't had anyone come up to me and hate on it. I did, like yesterday I was loading in and out of Pizza King doing some stuff, and some random lady just stopped. She was driving, she's like, Danielle. She's like, I know you don't know me. And I was like,
that's you.
I got real scared. And she said, and she was like, no, I'm so sorry. I should have told her, like, I support you. Like, and she just said, you know, like, I won't go to a drag show, and that's okay. I totally support what you're doing. Try and stay positive and don't focus on those haters. And that just lets me know that, like, the majority, and even when you look on all the Facebook posts and comments, the majority of people support what we're doing. Even if they don't want to come, they're okay with it. And they just want everybody to, like, shut up about it. Like, just stop.
Just stop. Because, you know, and that's what it's all about. You don't want to come, don't come.
That's all it is.
You know, fine. I don't care. You know, you'll live a successful life without their, you know, without them. That's fine. But yeah, I can understand that initial somebody hollering out your name and you're like,
I like just
what's
like,
gonna happen? Should I duck?
I can't breathe.
Should I carry pepper spray with me at all times? What should I do? I mean, that's gotta be in your
I was a little
head.
nervous for a second.
You know, and I mean, it's not just you. It's your
all my
husband,
employees.
It's all your employees. It's your family.
We've actually had somebody call that sports bar and spew a bunch of stuff. I actually know who it is. He used to come in there, and he doesn't anymore now because of the drag shows. And he was just being real hateful, and these businesses are going to go under, and you don't have any more support, and just why did you need to do that? But also, isn't there like a *69 or something so we can't see the caller ID? They didn't do that, so we know who it is. Like, what are you doing? Like, at least be smart about it.
Yeah, exactly. But I find that some of the bravest cowards in the world are playing the keyboard.
That's exactly it. They're keyboard warriors. Like,
they're trolls.
Not that I'm asking them to come out and like do anything, but just stop. Like, you're not accomplishing what you think you're accomplishing. Because, you know, like I said, you're just growing the support for us.
Mama was ready for a throwdown. I was ready. I was like, I'm ready. I can rip this wig off in 10 seconds because it's just 2 body pins on. I'm ready to go. And then nothing.
And I wasn't.
Nothing.
Yeah,
and
there was nothing. I was nervous about the protesters, but at the same time, I wasn't going to let there be any kind of physical anything that happened. Like, they can say whatever they want. We are always the bigger people. We are always going to ignore them and just walk past. And I was actually going to thank them for being there. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks for the free publicity.
Yeah, thanks for the line out the door, because we hadn't had that happen before.
Exactly, and it's like millions of dollars in publicity. Hey, thanks, you know. And I'm so mad at myself. Like, as I was standing outside, I'm like, I should have bought some Raid for you. To just line up outside.
The drag queen said something about that they should have showed up as the Ghostbusters exterminators. Like,
yes.
We had a few. There was a Beetlejuice that brought a bunch of cockroaches, and then there was a guy. I don't know what he was supposed to be, but he had
cockroach zombie
or something. He had cockroaches all over him. Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I'm still finding little toy cockroaches all over the place here. They just like left them.
You're like, real, fake? Okay.
Yeah, like,
okay.
oh God.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is real. But
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what got me is everybody, was making fun of them outside. It's like, seriously, and none of them showed up.
Nope.
None of the no protests, and there were a lot of people that I talked to that they're like, I'm oddly disappointed that they didn't show up, and I'm like, me too. I was ready. I had the mindset. I was like, Mom was ready to throw down if I had to. Bad back and hips and all. I was going to do whatever I could. But, and then at the end of the day, like, everybody was asking me, like, okay, so what happened? It's like,
nothing.
The next day,
Yeah.
Everybody was like, messaging
Everybody,
what happened at the show. And I'm like, I had a great time.
All fun.
Had a couple of beers, watched some great drag, saw some awesome costumes.
Yeah, there were some great costumes.
Yeah. Because I knew going in with my, Sally costume, I'm like, I'm going to be up against some cosplayers. And there were quite a few.
The Mother Nature one was
The
beautiful.
light
She
up
won,
staff
yeah.
and all of that. Oh my God, yeah. I saw some in line and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to win.
Oh, the girls that did, so I saw on Facebook they were commenting on something and they said that they were going to show up as the Spice Girls and I was so excited. Did you see the Spice Girls?
They were McCormick Spice and cinnamon and sugar and
that was so
thyme
funny.
and all that. I'm like,
I walked up to them and I was like, this is not what I expected when you said you were going to dress up as the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
It was pretty clever.
Yes, I love the girls that showed up as the boobies.
Oh, that was hilarious. My husband liked that one too.
Yeah. Ian would have loved them. They were
they had the googly eyes on their boobs. And then a white sheet and they were shaking around.
And they were a couple of times they went to shake and I'm like, things are gonna come out. And it didn't. But I was just like,
yeah.
It's one of those moments I'm like, well, we're gonna see some nudity if they keep shaking, but
we did not.
They had good support. So.
Yeah, there were some great costumes, and we gave away $500 in gift cards to local businesses.
Again, supporting. Darn you for just supporting local.
I just suck. I suck so bad.
I know. It's just seriously.
Okay, we're at 50 minutes.
Okay.
So we can go as long as you want to. I don't care. I'm just saying that's what the time that you have.
Okay.
It just depends on
'Cause we
what you
try to
guys
keep it
want
about
to
an
do,
hour.
schedule-wise, blah,
so.
blah. So we
Okay.
could go into, if you want to keep going, that's fine. If not, we
Well,
can
we'll
talk
give her a
about...
chance to pimp some
Well,
upcoming
that's what I'm saying is that we go into that if we're
To
wanting to
like-
go ahead and, quote, wrap up.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys want to do, it's all good.
Yeah. So this is generally the time that we're going to let you promote upcoming events, tell people where to find you online. Although by now, I think
everyone knows where to find me online.
Yeah, everybody knows. All you have to do anymore is Echo Room, and everybody's like, Echo Room Lebanon? It's like, well, yes, Google, Echo Room Lebanon. Thank you. Click. Because, how many news stations have interviewed you? You've been in the paper, all of that. But you have so much more than drag coming up.
I do. I actually have New Day Rising. They're doing a CD release party here on November 11th, and we're super excited. They've already sold half the tickets. We'll probably be sold out for that show. It's going to be 3 bands, rock and roll, not drag. We also have, let me see, so November 18th is our next drag show. And I'm trying to think. We have so many things going on. We have DJs on Fridays, and let me see here. I think December 2nd, Yeah, December 2nd. So DeSeverin is a local Lebanon rock and roll band. They're actually doing their retirement show. And this is, I have a really long history with them. The first bar I ever owned, I talked my mom into buying when I was 21. I still say she was dumb for doing that. Who lets a 21-year-old talk you into buying a bar? But anyways, we started booking really big bands, and DeSeverin hit me up in South Bend and said, hey, we're from Indy. And they used to play for and open and sell tickets to like Saving Abel and Saliva and like really big bands. And then I moved here, and all of a sudden, one of them hits me up and they said, you moved to our hometown? I'm like, you're from Lebanon, not Indianapolis? But who says Lebanon? And that makes sense, yeah. So I'm super excited. I mean, I've known them for almost 15 years, and they're going to do their retirement show here, which kind of just brings it all back together. And I'm sad, but yeah, absolutely. So that should be something really big. I think those are our next like really big shows. We should be starting karaoke on Wednesdays here next week with one of our really awesome, fun, and bubbly bartenders from that sports bar, Carly. She's so much fun. So, and then Thursdays we're going to start doing line dancing, I believe, this week at 7:30, 7:30 line dancing lessons, and that's free. What else? I don't know. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I skipped it, but it's fine. Sorry.
That's okay. And then you said Pizza King still has Shop with a Cop going on.
Yep, for another couple of days, and then we're going to do the Special Olympics next month. We're going to donate money to them, and then the Salvation Army is actually going to be here the day before Thanksgiving to collect donations, and then they're going to be out at Pizza King every Friday for I think the month of December, whenever they're out there ringing the bell, because that's the busiest day we have, and I'm like, if we can help you raise money, why not?
Yeah, it's like, it's all about, let's help people out. And that's what it should be about, is helping.
Yep.
And just accepting, and just, it's like, you don't have to agree with it. Yeah. Just let people live. Just, as the wise Michelle McNamara said, it's all chaos, just be kind. So I'm trying to think if I cannot think of anything else. I mean, I could sit and talk to you for like ever.
Oh yeah.
And because like I said, I love this place. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I love that you're not backing down. I love that.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
I'm not a quitter.
Yeah. I just love that you're telling all the haters, kiss my ass and thanks for the free publicity, basically.
Absolutely.
So,
we're gonna keep doing it. We're not quitting. Like, I won't give up. I'm not a failure. Like, I can't let that happen. So we're just gonna keep doing this, and they're just gonna keep being upset. And I mean, it is what it is.
And in my opinion, they can just suck it. So, this has been the incredible Danielle, owner of the Echo Room. Check her out, echoroom.com.
Yes.
Or just Google Echo Room Lebanon, because she's been everywhere lately. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I'll be in another drag show soon. Perfect. Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Haunters Against Hate. Haunters Against Hate is a nonprofit charitable organization that provides grants to help local nonprofits throughout the country service and support their LGBTQ plus community with an emphasis on youth. Haunters Against Hate raises these funds through appearances at different conventions and selling merchandise. For more information, please go to hauntersagainsthate.com to either purchase merchandise or to make a donation.